Welcome to our 5 on 5. We're pleased to welcome back Medford City Manager Eric Swanson. Eric, good to see you. How are you today?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well,
Great.
thank you.
Thank you.
So let's talk about some exciting things you guys have going on in the city of Medford. Let's first talk about the police and fire stations. Where do we stand?
Police and fire, they're currently in a design phase right now, working with the architects, the contractors, and the city council, city staff, police, fire personnel to put together the final design plans. And we hope in the first quarter of next year to actually have a project that we're going to go ahead and start building on.
Start breaking ground?
Breaking ground, first quarter next year.
Very good. Okay.
On police, police station and 3 fire stations.
Wow, yeah, I know, we've heard from the agencies before. They're very excited about that. I know Chief George is. So how is this being paid for? Is this the taxpayers paying for this?
Yes, it's done through our public safety fee. It was a $2 increase per month. And we recently sold $38 million worth of bonds, and part of that goes to USCCP Park, but $30 million of that will go towards the police and fire stations, and so basically over the life of the project, we're projecting this to be about $2 per month increase for the residential. And
that's
payer.
A flat fee. There's no tie to assessed property value.
Correct. No, it's a fee, and it was determined that the fee was probably the best way to do it because of the fact that the fee goes against those properties that are taxable and non-taxable, and it would require a higher rate of increase if we were to apply that to property tax.
Okay, and I know obviously there's a lot going on with Medford City Parks. I know Hawthorne seems to be in flux, if you will, or a transition time right now.
It is, and actually it's kind of the finalization of our MURA projects, Medford Urban Renewal Area projects, and I think it's going to be kind of the grand finale. We've seen One West Main, we saw the Lithia Commons project, and now we're moving on and finishing up with the Hawthorne Park. It'll be $1.8 million worth of improvements, and I think it's going to bring in a lot of activity in that area that's going to really boost the central part of our community.
Very cool. All right, well, we're going to take a quick break. Much more with Eric in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. We're going to hear with Medford City Manager Eric Swanson. So, Eric, I know it's been something a lot of our viewers have had interest in and out, possibly coming into Medford. I know it's very preliminary, but what can you tell us?
Well, they have arrived, and they have their planners in, and they're talking to our planners and ODOT and looking at all the issues that they'll have to address on some of the sites that they're reviewing. And I think it's exciting. I think it's the first in and out in Oregon, and so I think that's a good indication that Medford's seen as a great place to make an investment like that. And talking about, I know there's also, I guess, some fast food places coming into South Medford, right, by the South Medford Walmart. A lot of expansion going on in the city, it seems. I think so, yeah. It's just one of those, being on I-5 helps, but having the property available and the economy to support it is really a positive sign.
And what are you seeing in regards to the economy with U.S. Cellular Park? I know we've heard from Medford Parks and Rec and how many tournaments it seems to be bringing in. Is that something you're seeing from the top of the city?
We're doing really well. It's working with our partners, Travel Medford and Travel Tourism for sporting tourism. We had our largest revenue collected from our hotel tax, transient lodging tax, $400,000 in August, which is driven a lot by business travel, but also we're seeing a lot of that, the sports tourism, USCCP Park. We had a tournament a couple weeks ago that started off with 16 teams. Now they're up to 60 teams. So it's just an indication of the USCCP investment has really done well. Yeah, well, it's certainly a great facility. It's absolutely massive. Okay, and then another thing we often talk about, the importance to the local economy is housing. We've seen from the Rogue Valley Association of Realtors that the housing kind of prices have gone up, and that's certainly a good sign. But what about building? Are we getting to construction? Yeah, huge uptick, huge demand for residential housing at all different price levels. So our building department is kept very busy with those projects and also planning for new subdivisions. So that's another good sign because, as you said, real estate does drive a lot of jobs, construction jobs all the way around, and so it's good to see that that's coming back and that Medford is seen as a place that folks want to live. No, it's very good to hear. Right. Thank you, Eric. Good to see you. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate very much. All right. Stay with us. We'll be right back.